The fight of the Silver State and a chance to lay claim to the Fremont Cannon once again. The prized possession that fans of both of these schools looking to roll back home and fire off once again. Welcome everyone to Mackey Stadium in Reno, home to the Nevada Wolfpack. As we'll see, a squad from the American, the UNLV Rebels, taking on the Nevada Wolfpack. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Rebels will put toe to leather and we'll get started. Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Nevada Wolfpack offense heads out and they'll have the ball first. Last time UNLV came out victorious in what was a terrific barn-burning affair.
Great game back and forth. UNLV really executed in the big moments. This is a big game, obviously, rivalry game, a trophy at stake. It mattered, but they did a good job of not.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well, and they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Nevada, after throwing it in reverse, has a lot of work to do on second down. Back to throw, it's Hammond. Zings it complete to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Really nice job by the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football, and now you're rewarded with 3rd and long. So we'll see on this next play if they do the same thing here or if they sell out and bring the blitz.
Pressure's there and he lets it go. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense, not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Rebels offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand that this guy's a top-shelf player. And, you know, I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season. But this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He'll try to do it himself. Forced out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 34. The Rebels with the 1st and 10. Fires to the big fella. A solid pickup, and he goes out of bounds at the 30. Since 1969, UNLV and Nevada have fought for the right to paint and protect the Fremont Trophy, and really they established the intensity of this rivalry right off the bat as Nevada won the first game by a mere 2 points.
Yeah, it's funny to watch all those games back in the day. It's like 0-0 tie, 2 points. Now we're seeing high-scoring, firing cannons, and that's what's cool about the Fremont Cannon. Like, you get to earn this, and you get to bring it to your university, and it's the battle for Nevada.
Means a lot to these two schools, means a lot in the state. It's not a trophy you can necessarily put in the trophy case, but it's all about having possession, and that's what these two schools are battling for today.
And the Rebels have their offense in high gear. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offside, defense.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
That penalty's the last thing this defense needed. Now it's 2nd and 4. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Caught near the sticks. It's Brooks. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free.
Trying to rumble in. Touchdown, Rebels. A great catch and run for 6. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good? Now, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Dropping back, it's Hammond. Unloads to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. David, Jesse, as legend would have it, explorer John Fremont abandoned a howitzer in the Sierra Nevada in 1843 during a heavy snowstorm, so each year the winning team earns the right to paint the howitzer's wheels scarlet or navy.
And this is pretty cool because not until that long ago, the team in possession of the Fremont Cannon would fire it every time they scored a touchdown. So really cool history with this trophy between both these schools here in Nevada.
Yeah, the battle for Nevada, right? That's what they call it. And I do like that they get to take the cannon and paint it their color. Like, that's pretty cool, pretty petty, and it's all college football.
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position was going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on 4th.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Got it in the middle. It's Brooks. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Oh, it goes right through his hands. They had everything set up on the screen except the catch. It'll be 3rd down.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come-to-Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3-and-out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Quick completion on the out. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and UNLV has the edge. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Fires to the middle. And the pass is broken up, incomplete. But wait, there's more. Flag on the field, and it might be against the offense. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Jackson. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Low man wins. Defense that time on fourth down was expecting run. And you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up. You're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you, because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
And dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful...
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He steps out of bounds across the 30 at the 33-yard line. Nice work there by the return team. Rebels offense is back on the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive things.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
They'll go right back to the run. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
The give to the back. Fights off the defender. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got it in the middle. It's Beasley. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. And the Rebels look to keep this drive humming. From the gun, running back on the move. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. Field gets a little tighter here in the red zone. They'll ride the hot hand. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Now facing a 3rd and long. He might want another play. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Back open in the middle. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Nice poise by the quarterback. Here's a big 3rd down throw, and you want to push the ball vertically down the field, but if the defense takes it all away, check the ball down. Get it to your running back and let him go do the work and move the sticks for you.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Gets the back moving. On the snap, it's Jackson. He's going for the goal line. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, UNLV.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
On the run from inside his own. And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Using his legs, it's Jackson. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the 1st without scoring. And they did not let him get to that 1st down line. It'll bring up a call here. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The offense will stay on the field and go for it on 4th down. 2 for 3 so far in this one. Surging forward on the sneak.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on 4th down.
The Rebels will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
And how about the defense on that play, man? Playing aggressive, fast, downhill, first and goal, expecting run. Great job fitting the run. Great job getting the running back on the ground.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Effective offense, leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out and be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
It's complete on the right side.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Wants to throw. It's Hammond. Fires to the wideout. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the first down. Used the play fake, now to throw. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Man, if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
Unloads it left. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Well, the tight end's a guy that's going to have to be able to make plays for this offense in the passing game. That time, QB looking for the big fella. He ran a good route, just couldn't reel it in.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Slips through the line. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got out of trouble and throws. With the catch, it's Smith. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And the Rebels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Motion from the wideout. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Makes the catch. It's Brooks. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds at the 34.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Snagged in the middle. It's Irvin. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And now the lead is even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Boys, someone's leaving that stadium today with the howitzer cannon after an entertaining first half. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. So much intrigue with the howitzer cannon on the line, fellas, as we get things back to you.
UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. They'll open this third quarter with a run. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
The Rebels are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On the option. The pitch. Crosses the 45. They get him out of bounds at the 32, but that is what you want out of this running game.
And what a great decision by the quarterback. Like it's such a timing and an art when you run this option. Like you want to get those guys to collapse on you like he does and get that pitch man open. And then you see now he has space to run down the field and make the big play.
Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Powers through the defender. There he goes. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that 1st down.
And the Rebels have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Rebels! And the stomping has commenced. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Looking downfield, it's Hammond. Gets it out fast. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly out to the tight end.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? The play action fake. Grabbed over the middle. It's Patterson. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Catch in the middle, it's Davis. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. This Nevada offense really has it going. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
The Wolfpack now has its work cut out on second and long. Off the play fake. Grabbed in the middle, it's Patterson. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. It'll be third and long. To the air, it's Hammond. He hurls one deep down the left side. Touchdown, Wolfpack! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
To the air on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Brooks. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, these wide receivers are so athletic out wide now. You're so worried about getting beat deep. And these slant routes, they can be a good changeup. I mean, just a couple steps, stick your foot in the ground, come inside. It might not be huge gains all the time, but, man, it keeps that DB off balance.
The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Brooks. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. They'll run it from the gun. Pass to Sticks and still on his feet. He makes the tackle at the 37. It's a pickup of 5. That's good enough for a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Rebels pounded the rock to move the Sticks, now back to work. To the air on first down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Plenty of distance between them and the Sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Slips through his hands and incomplete, and they had everything set up for the screen except the catch. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. looking downfield. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Sends his first one of the day on the way, and we didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. This feels like a pivotal moment. Get the ball back on the punt. You need to put points on the board on this drive.
Yeah, it's a sense of urgency right now has got to be high for this offense. Trailing the way they are here, David, they've got to be able to put something together, score some points, and build confidence.
Yeah, it's not panic time, but you do want to build that confidence and find something that you can do well to start to build on. I think this offense is starting to figure themselves out a little bit.
That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got... Turning it on!
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. It gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got to burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Power football with the run. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D-linemen.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up. Just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
And they can't make the play on third down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they
throws toward the end zone. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll give it to him again. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And the Rebels are on the move. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw on first down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
The Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to swing it on second down. The sweet feet buy a little time. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
And this defense, how about it, man? Putting some pressure on the quarterback, getting the big sack, but now letting him take off and get so many yards back and climb back in this third down situation. Good response by this offense from a disastrous first down.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Brooks. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. And the Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. A tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on 4th down, and it pays off there.
And that just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical 4th down and execute.
Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. The Rebels will hustle to the line. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Jackson. Breaks the tackle. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the 4th quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, backing up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. That brings us to 3rd and goal from the 6 after they went backwards on the last one. Quarterback making adjustments. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And he'll try to knock through a short one, his 2nd of the day, this one from 23. Oh, never a doubt. And now the lead is extended a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Minnesota is currently trailing in this one, but I've seen crazier things in Minneapolis. Trust me when I tell you that. On this field and off of it, this game is not over. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Wisconsin. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. The Wolfpack might think about being aggressive on 2nd and short. Dropping back, it's Hammond. Oh, they're after him. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Brought down at the 16-yard line, and that will likely bring out the punt team. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Looks it in at the 40. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Breaks into the open. Oh, what a cut! And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. And the Rebels come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. And you want to talk about gang tackling, everybody on the defense run to the ball. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Great job by that defender. I mean, he timed that snap count perfectly, got into the backfield, and created the negative play.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got it in the middle. It's Jackson. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Now the pitch. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Even with this lead, they'll throw again. Fires to the tight end. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. It's a good day's work when you can take a piece of military history home as a rivalry trophy, and that's exactly what UNLV did in this one. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.